Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your man Soular. We outside today, just finished doing a little workout. Out, getting kind of big, taking care of ourselves. You know, this video is going to be very short. And heard somebody say this the other day. Let me go ahead and give you the cliff notes on what this is all about. First off, my name is Soular. If you don't know, I am a master astrologist. I am a entrepreneur. I am a musician. I produce, engineer, write, record my music. I'm an author. I have a book being published. It really doesn't end with me. Trading the market. I'm a forex trader. A father extraordinaire. So many titles and things that we can throw on there to make sense of the responsibilities and duties that I carry, right? But we're here today to talk about something very simple, but very critical. One thing I've noticed in this journey, and one thing I've noticed dealing with people, a lot of my clients, is that we are definitely collectively wanting to do better and wanting to grow. But what a lot of us are going towards as growth, what a lot of us are doing or thinking about or are programmed to currently still, may be things that are not actually in alignment with what's truly best for you, right? So you've been doing this life thing for a while now. You've had a lot of different tasks and opportunities and received rewards and things and transactions for your services and your energy throughout this life. But one time I had heard this other saying, congratulations, you've came a long way. Sad part is you went the wrong way. Now, that should be self-explanatory. If you don't get it, it means that you've been doing a lot. You're doing so much, but you're not doing it towards a goal or towards your desired purpose. And so it's just a bunch of stuff, just a bunch of action, a bunch of energy being used, but none of it is actually going to be useful other than to show you that it wasn't needed. Okay? So immediately this makes me feel like, how does one person know where to find that and what that may actually be? What tools do we have available to us? We got a variety of tools. We can go straight science and go into biology, and we can look at your DNA. We can look at the genome, and we can actually figure out behaviors and traits and aspects about you through that code. And I don't think you've ever seen an amino acid yourself, but I know you believe in DNA. I know you believe in cells and science, and you probably know nothing about it. Well, quantum physics teaches that everything is basically the same thing and how it operates and laws of the universe. However, they vary in scale. So macro and microcosmically, things are the same things on bigger and smaller levels within itself. Okay, so this is something that we know. Astrology, the cosmos, the heavens are no different than yourselves. You are no different than the universe. How you observe yourself and how you see yourself is the one thing that's going to allow you to really change that view and perspective and build it. But look into your astrology. You'll find multiple spaces. We can look at the North Node and go straight to the purpose. What is everything in your entire chart? What is your sun, moon, Mars, rising, everything trying to take you to? We can go look at the North Node and figure that out. And we can figure out the destination. We can figure out, okay, now we know where the right way is. And then you look at the rest of the chart and you see all the other things that you're working with. What kind of car is it? What parts does it have? Other little things. What music's playing? What capabilities are there? Those are all your other planets and placements and energies in your chart. And those are all the things that you will use on your trip and on your journey that we call life to get to the objective, which is that North Node energy. If you don't know your chart, you haven't done the chart, you don't know how to even go about it, feel free to hit me up. DM me, contact me, email me. All the contact information is available, and set up a reading with me. Book a reading with me, and I'll go ahead and give you a great summary and understanding of what's important. I call it a purpose pack, and we can go really deep, but I like to get to the point. And everybody's so different and so unique that when I look at charts and everybody's different charts, there's never the same thing that's important, because everybody's so infinitely unique. There is no one thing to focus on for everyone. Everybody has different areas of their astral energies that stand out. You can have a north node in an area that, you know, is heavily affected by shadows. And so it'll be hard to get into your purpose or to see your purpose. We might have to fight through a lot of conflict, but you'll be so powerful and you can still do it. And you might have a lot of trines or a lot of harmonious energies, you know, with your north node throughout your chart. And you might find that it's really easy to stay in alignment and stay on your path. You'll find that things come to you. It's this beautiful flow of how life has been working to keep you in purpose, because you got the harmonious energies there. So knowing your chart, knowing yourself, knowing where you're going is an important thing. Knowing what you're working with is also very important. If you don't know these things, you are in danger. I think about it all the time. What if you just found some kid and gave him $500 million? No, who's to say that the kid's gonna even survive a day? Who's to say? I know that sounds crazy, right? But what we view as success isn't always accurate to what success may be for another person. The next level of success for that kid may be to figure out who he is. The next level of success for that kid might be, you know, to break certain habits or fears that he has early, or to start to develop certain routines and figure out who he wants to be and where he wants to go early. But other people will view having a lot of money as success. So if we put that version of success over him, we'll find out it's not really success at all. The kid just bought a bunch of gummy worms and hamburgers. You know what I mean? Like, that's not okay. So we want to make sure that we have our focus on something that is relative and critical and important to us. Make sure that we're not doing things for validation from other people. We're not trying to become what other people want us to be, because we put ourselves second and we put everyone else first. We definitely have to learn how to love ourselves, how to treat ourselves, how to date ourselves, how to educate ourselves, how to discipline ourselves before we can even consider moving out into the world, let alone relationships and families. And yes, it's too late. Most of us, all of us are already in it without the training, without the knowledge, without the awareness, without the information. But it's okay. This stuff doesn't take forever to learn. It's actually one of the easiest things to learn, because you're going to find knowledge of self, truth in all things. So what you're going to really figure out is, once you learn, you're going to realize that the biggest thing and the biggest challenge and task that you'll be dealing with throughout your life is unlearning and letting go of things that you don't need to do, letting go of people that you don't need to become, letting go of ideas of success that don't fit your soul, that aren't in alignment with where your soul is truly trying to go. And when you know where to go, you also know what to say no to. When you know, you're able to say no. If you don't know, it's going to be a little hard to say no. If you know what you're doing, if you know what you got planned for the day, you know where you're going, you know what you got, you know what you don't got. If you have knowledge, if you have aware, if you know who you are, it's going to be way too easy to say no to everything that you're not. All right? So with all that being said, this message was very simple, and I wanted to make it clean cut. I wanted to highlight the importance of certain things and make sure that you guys, you know, seek deeper knowledge. You guys can hit me up. You know, I run a school, astral school, everything. Contact me and I'll hook you up with some private courses, libraries, whatever it is that you may need. We'll figure out what you need. If you're dealing with relationship issues, dealing with family issues, whatever things you may be dealing with, you know, I help everybody with everything. And day by day, it's just such a beautiful thing to watch my clients, my friends and my families lives finally making the changes and shifts that we've wanted, and to see what we've always dreamed of actually coming to fruition. So you can do this for yourself. You can have this for yourself too, but it's going to come with a price, and the price is self-mastery. So you will have to gain self-mastery, pay that price. All right, y'all. I love you guys. Soular Moray. Like I said, I'm way too easy to contact. All my music is on my YouTube page. Go ahead and follow the TikTok, like, share, and subscribe. If you got any questions or any requests, also feel free to hit me up about those things too. But, you know, peace to the kings, the queens, the gods, the goddesses, the emperors and empresses. Hold it down, but keep it up. Peace.